Hello and welcome back to the Brick City. I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I hope that it's going absolutely incredible for you. I know I'm having a beautiful day. And today we're going to be reviewing a very amazing set actually, and you'll have probably seen by the thumbnail of this video of what we will actually be reviewing, and that of course being the Lego Avengers Tower. Now, I am very excited to review this set, and if you follow the channel and watched a few of these bits, you'll have seen we've been building up in a series. Now, I'm not going to be oblivious to this. I know you haven't been too big of a fan of the series, and I recognise that, and you know what? We're not going to do a series going forwards in the future. We're just going to do lots of reviews and builds, but we'll build it quicker than we have done, and I promise that. I've had a few of my friends talk to me saying they haven't enjoyed the kind of time lapses and stuff that was building it, so I recognise that, and we're not going to be doing that going forwards, don't worry. But this build is absolutely amazing. It is very much a kind of set for the big collectors out there. If you're a really big fan of Marvel, really big fan of Lego, or you know, it's just something you want to have on display as a really cool piece, as a cool skyscraper, because it is that at the end of the day. It's a very cool skyscraper, and it's a very iconic piece of Marvel culture, and probably one of the most famous buildings in Marvel culture. I don't think you could actually name another building as famous as this. Maybe the Sanctum Sanctorum, I'm not too sure, but obviously we have that in Lego as well, which would be another cool one to add to the city, but I'm not too sure yet. But this set, it does come with 5,201 pieces, so it's a very big build. You get 31 minifigures with it, and it is massive. It's 90 centimeters tall. Mine actually is, I believe, 95 centimeters tall, because we have added a mills plate to it. So everything you see in this video, you do get with this set, minus all the pink bricks that I've put in between. And you'll see what that is. So without further ado, let's take a look at the Avengers Tower. I mean, really, when we look at it, this set is that big that it will not fit on camera. I think I have to stand... There we are. That's how far back I have to stand to get this set on camera. It is absolutely massive, and it is genuinely hard to believe kind of how big this set actually is. I mean, I don't think there's anything I can really use to put this in perspective apart from myself. And this is what it looks like stood next to me. Now, I'm 5'10", and obviously, yes, there is the table below it as well, but I'm the same height as the Avengers Tower stood on my table. So two of these towers, and it's pretty much the same height as me. It's absolutely insane to believe that this is that big of a build. Now, before we look at the actual building, I want to have a quick look at the minifigures that we get in this set. Now, I have brought these up into 4 separate categories of characters that we get in this set. Firstly, we're going to start off with the kind of first wave of Avengers. Now, I know some of the Avengers in this, you may say, are from other movies as well, but that's just because they are the same characters, just duplicated. So we'll start off, we have Thor as our first character, and then we have Captain America's, we get the Hulk, we get Nick Fury, Black Widow, Hawkeye, and then we get 3 Iron Man minifigures, 1 battle damaged, 1 normal, and Tony Stark on his own. And now moving on to the next set of characters. Now, these are characters that I would class as heroes, but that are not Avengers within the Avengers Tower movie. And so we've got Wong, we've got War Machine, we have the tiniest little Ant-Man in the world, we've got Wasp, we have Falcon, and then we have the best Marvel couple in the world, and that is Wanda and Vision. And to be fair, Vision probably is my favourite character within this whole set, just because of his see-through legs and the plastic cape that comes with him. Just a very cool character, and nice colours as well. Now, we do get some villains in this set, and of course we get 4 Shatari with this, 2 with guns and 2 without. I'm presuming the 2 without are for the speeders. We also get my favourite character in the whole Marvel universe, and that of course being Loki. And I know after the series he probably will be a lot of your favourite characters as well. And then another cool minifigure that we get in this set is of course Ultron. Now, Ultron looks absolutely amazing with the kind of damaged armour all over, and this is before he becomes, you know, like covered in vibranium. And I just think it looks very cool, and it's a very nice figure to have as well. A nice reference to Age of Ultron. As well as heroes and villains, we do also get some more miscellaneous characters or important figures within the Marvel comic universe.
Starting off, we get 3 S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, one of these of which being Tony Stark when they go back in time in Avengers Endgame. We also get Alexander Pierce here in the middle, the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., sorry. We get Dr. Cho, who helps to build Ultron up to what he becomes. We also get now his name, Eric Selvig. I could not remember his name then. Eric Selvig, who helps to get Loki through the portal, and is also really important in the Thor films as well. And finally, we get Pepper Potts. Now, a weird character that we do get is this one here, and that, of course, being Kevin Feige. Now, Kevin Feige isn't actually a character within Marvel, but he is actually the director in the real world. So it's cool to have that figure, but I'm a bit too, unsure why we have Kevin Feige in this set. But hey, it is what it is. When we look at these figures all lined up, you almost get a bit overwhelmed that this is the amount of minifigures we do get in this set. Now, there is 31 in total. You may say, oh, there's one missing, and that's because it is actually a brick-built figure, and he is within the actual Lego set himself, and that, of course, being Dummy, Iron Man's helper robot, kind of machine arm, would you call it? I'm not too sure. But just looking at all these, it looks absolutely amazing, and there's so much playability with this set. You also do get 2 speeder bikes. Here's one, and the other one is here. And this one, of course, has a chariot on it. And we also get the massive Shatari ship here, which looks absolutely incredible. Now, it's not quite to scale. I think when we hold up a minifigure to it, you can almost see that. If you have watched the first Avengers movie, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you will have watched that, you can see that it's not quite to scale, but I still think it's a really cool thing to have, and it's nice that it's brick built and not molded. And I also really like this stand that it comes on. It wouldn't be fair for Marvel or Lego to give the Shatari an upper hand by giving them ships without giving the Avengers one. And with this, we do get the Quinjet, which is very cool. It comes with extra storage for bullets up here, if I can do this one-handed, so we can store more ammunition up there. And we do, of course, get 2 stud shooters on either side there. And this is an absolutely kind of incredible build. It's a bit annoying that it's not the ship that we get in Age of Ultron, but it is still the standard Quinjet by the looks of it, and I think it looks absolutely incredible. It does, of course, have floatable wings, and that's just to fit it in the hangar. Now we've looked at all the minifigures and the vehicles, we can now start to look at the tower. The tower, even though it doesn't look like it, does actually come with 8 floors. Now we'll start with the top and we'll work our way down. So the first floor actually comes, if we lift this flap up here, and that is the kind of scanning room for Loki's scepter. It's really cool. We've got some nice printed pieces on there. We also get the scepter in there. So we do get 2 scepters in that bag, and it's really cool to get that. So it's nice to have this displayed, and a nice little feature, even though it didn't appear in the Avengers Tower as this kind of section. We also get Eric Selvig's kind of portal machine up here on the roof as well. And we do get some ladders up to that and a very nice looking little balcony down here, which we can display some minifigures on. Now, the roof section is very interesting actually, because it does just lift off. It's not actually connected in. And this section, to get this off, we just have to push it down. I'm saying this, I can't remove it. There we are. So this is just built on springy kind of Lego bricks, and it's really nice. It's really cool, although, there will be gaps in the roof, which is a bit of a shame, but it can't be helped. And the next floor we do see is down here, which has the kind of imprint for where Hulk throws Loki into the floor. And back there you can see we do get an Avengers comic book, and that is a reference to the original Avengers movie. I'm still not too sure what these are here, but I think they look absolutely incredible, and nice little boxes. And they do also have some bits stored inside them. Now, my favourite floor of the Avengers Tower has to be this one. And I do apologise, because something to recognise about this set is the floors don't come apart like modular buildings, so we can't take things apart. So it's going to be very tricky for us to see in. But this floor, you can see we have the Avengers Lounge back there, and it comes with the table with Thor's hammer on. We also do get a little bar at the back, and you might be able to see there are some printed sticker pieces up there, and the same on the other side. So there's some nice playability with this, and as well as this, we also get this hanger for the Quinjet to sit on, which is really cool. Now, this is what I mean about the floors not coming apart. So instead of taking the floors off like we would normally do, instead we've got to remove this front piece in order to get in and see into the tower, which opens up another 4 technically floors, and when we turn it this way, you can see into the tower. But let's have a closer look at what's actually inside. We can see the 5 floors open here, or technically 4, but I would class this as 5. Now, starting with the top floor, we do, of course, get the kind of chamber that Loki is stored in on the Quinjet, which you can open and you can put a minifigure in there. And we also get Dr. Zola back there on a computer, which is a lovely little reference to Captain America, Winter Soldier, and also a lot of other movies with him in. And then we have a nice little sticker down here saying, "Who is Iron Man?" It's a really cool little newspaper article which comes from the first Avengers. Down a floor, we also get kind of Iron Man's workshop, and with this being originally Tony Stark Tower, or like Tony's Tower, it's nice to have this, and there is also some cool references in this section as well. Starting here is the other minifigure, which I also mentioned, and that of course being Dummy, and it's really nice to have this minifigure, really cool, and a nice little reference to it. We also do get Pepper Potts suit on the back there, and there's the 3000 at the bottom, which I'm guessing is reference to I Love You 3000. And there is also some other cool sticker pieces, kind of like heads-up displays as Tony Stark would have. Down the bottom, even though it's something very, very little, we do get the Roxxon cylinder at the back, and I love that as it's a massive reference to the rival, to Howard Stark, but also the kind of villains within Agent Carter as well, and I think that's really cool. Now on this wall, you'll be able to see there's some trophies and mugs, and also Tony Stark's first arc reactor that he had inside his chest, which Pepper Potts takes out and displays on a stand for him. So I think that's really cool, and a really, 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 really nice reference as well. Now we can move down onto the next floor and have a look at this. And probably one of the cooler floors actually in this set, just as it's split into 2. Now on the top, we do get this bridge. This is where we'll see kind of Captain America and Captain America fighting. And this is obviously a throwback to the end game where they go back in time. So I think that's really cool. And we also, down here, get kind of a little laboratory. And I think this is Shaw's laboratory. And on the back there, you can see the tail that Ultron will be displayed on. And we also get this massive blue and yellow kind of display, which is a reference to Jarvis and Ultron having a fight. So I think that's really cool and very, very nice. But also something I've just recognized is some of the bricks are very, not quite close pushed together. So it is very tricky to get some of these floors on, and you can probably see the same here and there as well. So it is very tricky to get these floors on, but they are very, very easy to build and easy to follow instructions. Now, as well as this, on the outside of this floor, we do also get the kind of breakout of the window, and on this we can hook Hulk's hand onto the bottom, where you've probably seen earlier in this video he was holding a Shatara in his hand, and that's how it says to do it on the box, and I think that's a really cool little reference. Obviously if you wanted to, you could probably take them out and you could probably just put the windows back in place, but that's not what we're going to do. We're going to follow the Lego instructions and we're not going to mess with the process. Now the final floor we get is of course the lobby to Avengers Tower. Now we only get slight reference to the lobby in one of the final Avengers movies, so it's nice to see how well they've done with this. We do, of course, get 2 black chairs here, which I display Kevin Feige and a few of the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents down here as well, which I think is really nice, and the nice chairs. I've seen these actually built in a lot of the modular buildings before, so it's really cool to see them. We also get this kind of glass piece on the middle of the floor, which I believe to be the oh my god, it slipped my mind. The cube. I can't think what it's called. What the whole movie is based around, that has the Infinity Stone in. Gosh, that is going to really annoy me. It will come back to me later. We also get a vending machine here in the corner, which is very nice. It has pin particles on the other side. And we also get a very nice desk at the back there with some computers and display screens as well. Now, something I do love about this set is we get an elevator on every single floor going right to the top, and this one of course having the Hulk sticker on, saying no Hulks allowed, which is reference to Endgame when he wants to get in the elevator but they won't let him. And I think, you know, that's probably everything for the interior. If you want to pause the video and look back at all the interior bits, then by all means go for it, but that is like the main bits that I can pick out and pull from this set. We also do get some very cool features on the outside. We of course get the massive Avengers symbols on both sides. We do also get Iron Man jumping from the building from the first Avengers movie, and we also get the kind of strange portals as well, which is really cool. Out the back we do get a dumpster with some cool references inside. We also get the hot dog on the floor, and actually I think I placed that there. No, I'm sure that was there. We also get some sticker pieces, which is references to other Lego sets as well, such as the Sanctum Sanctorum. You'll see that on the back of it, which is really cool. And we also get the kind of telecommunications with Captain Marvel as well. There isn't too much on the back. It's very nicely built, and a lot of these bits are built in whole sections. So like this section going down the outside was one bag, and same on the other side. So it is, you know, if that shows you the true scale of this set, then I don't know what does. Now, of course, this is an absolutely amazing set, and probably one of my favorite sets I've ever built. And the question I'm going to answer is it worth it? And the answer is yes. Yes, 100% is worth it. Well, for me, it is worth it. It is completely up to you. Maybe this video has helped you decide whether it's going to be worth it for you or whether it's not. And maybe, you know, you've seen a lot of the stuff and thought, well, I've seen it all now. Do I want to get it? That's something that I thought, actually, when I bought this set was, do I want to buy it? Now, I've looked at it 100 times online and I've seen other people kind of build it. But yes, yes, I did. Like, building it myself brought me so much joy, and all the minifigures and details and features and references in this set. If you're a Marvel fan, this is 100% the set for you. It is the ultimate kind of Marvel set, and the biggest one they've ever created, and the largest amount of minifigures in any set ever. Now, something interesting about this is I've seen people selling minifigures online from this set and as a whole collection, and they're selling it for £150. So even if you just wanted the tower to display, which displays pretty nicely on its own without the minifigures, it still looks incredibly cool. Yes, there's not as much going on, but I still think it looks absolutely amazing. And, you know, if you wanted to sell the minifigures to help pay for this set, then by all means do it. But I would highly recommend this set, and it is very cool. It is a long build though, as you'll see if you follow the channel. I think, we did it in 13 episodes, so you'll have watched for 2 weeks of us building this. Now, each time I did that, it was a kind of session between an hour to 2 hours of building to build this thing up. So I want to put the build time for me at about 15, 20 hours. And obviously I build Lego quite a bit, so if you're not an experienced builder, it might take you a bit longer, but that's just more fun for you. But if you are an experienced builder, or you build Lego quite a bit, then I would put it to the lower end of things. It depends how quickly you build. I mean, you could probably build this in one day if you really, really wanted to, but I would not recommend that. I would definitely spread out the fun, because there's so many little details in this and so many little features that make it so cool and just an amazing set. I don't honestly have a negative thing to say about this set. I mean, maybe some of the features like this, like the little pins on the outside, these bits, you know, you can easily see them. But then again, it makes it so you can have all the displayable characters on the outside, and I still think that makes it really cool and a really, really nice set. If you have enjoyed this video, then please remember to like, subscribe and follow, and I do promise, when we start getting, now this is out the way, we're going to start doing a little bit of different stuff and back to what we normally were. And now I know a lot of people have kind of dropped out and stopped watching because we were building this, but we are going to finally go back to what we were originally doing, just making random content and little bits on the city. And we do actually have plans for tomorrow for bits we need to move on to the city, so that is going to be some jobs to do tomorrow. So thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, like, subscribe and follow, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.